WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you. Ow! Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain ride.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Get everybody do the Rocky Mountain ride.
WJBW.
You don't want to.
Welcome back. Hashtag
yeah.
Freestyle Session. It's the JB
We're going to
Rev.
freestyle, all right.
The JB Rev Show every week. Talk with talented people and make sure we're shining a little light of spraying love in the face.
Yep.
And this week we have a hefty little session set up for our freestyle session. It is John from Badass Sandwiches. They got some late hours going on over
good.
there. So he's going to, we spoke with him quite a while ago.
Yeah,
but
I remember.
Gonna give us a recap.
He's got a Jim Jackson mural on his building.
He does. They're going to be open until 3 a.m. So
awesome.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
The culture downtown with Iron Cow and the taco place and all that is more conducive for that kind of foot traffic. So we're going to chat with him a little bit in the heart of the Milk District there on Robinson and Primrose. After that 8 o'clock hour, we have a special call with a local legend reconnect with Chris Domingo. It's been quite a while since I interviewed him some years ago, and he's called into the show, I think, for the Kioki call or something like that. But it's been a while. He's doing some cool stuff out in Miami for Winter Music Conference. He's on a panel actually talking about the development.
Okay. That's cool. The development
of electronic music and whatnot and what have you. So,
EDM?
Well, it's a little bit more. It's a little more housey, deep house kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
that's what he's into.
Anyway, and then 8:30, we're finally, when he was here, he was sick as a dog. He couldn't come in studio.
Yeah, he went to the hospital while I was here.
Erik-lievano. So we're going to catch up with him here. He's out in California, so we'll hear about all of his travels and trials and tribulations and good stuff.
I want more tribulations
good
and trials.
Stuff, too. You want some more tribulations? Of course, we got a Reverend's Revelation to stick in there throughout.
I got a really good one tonight.
This episode.
I mean, they're all pretty good. Yeah,
and they're posted up on our webpage.
Yeah,
there's a whole page
and it's not any one
dedicated
genre in particular. It's actually quite eclectic.
Collection, we've been doing it for how many, like 12, 13 weeks
13
or something
weeks,
like that?
Yeah.
I mean, so there's
just like that, man.
13
Time
videos.
is like,
I know, isn't that crazy? How
it
fast
is.
It goes?
Yeah, I feel like we just started that.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I like that we do that because it kind of emphasizes the fact that you got a lot of chops as a DJ. You bring a lot of talent, to the table, and it's really again more about that Orlando love and that Orlando vibe.
True.
However, if you're not constantly always listening to new music, that's kind of how I grew up. Like it wasn't like one certain genre or anything like that. Like I liked certain stuff because it helped me get out my angst as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
But moreover, I think it's good to have a wide palette as far as the music you listen to.
It's funny because I saw this ad about My Music, and it's like this app that like you just listen to your music. But I was like, man, you got to listen to stuff that is kind of
not just stuff that you know, right?
Yeah,
You've got to discover new music.
I actually like research music. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, like I'll go on to like Vivo, and I'll see like the staff picks, and then from those staff picks, I'll and then stuff that I know that's coming out as well. And I also do a lot of reading as far as music is concerned on different sites like Pitchfork and Spin, and just stuff that's coming out and whatnot. And, when I read about it, then I'm like, oh, let's see what that sounds. So I would say, in all honesty, I probably put about 20, 30 hours a week in just looking into new music. But you know what kind of sucks you hear so much bullshit before you really find that gem. But when you find something good, it's like,
it's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like digging through record crates in a record store. It's very much like that.
You got to do that with the media or the mediums that are out there, which basically, the internet. It takes a lot of time.
Well, and some algorithms, like on Spotify and stuff like that, they'll feed you your new mixes, but a lot of that is still tainted by...
it's definitely tainted by being paid. Money.
By
exactly.
money and influenced. Yeah. Like, here's what we want you to listen to.
It's so funny because I've definitely busted it a couple times where like, oh, you like that, you'll like this. And it's like, it sounded
Harry
nothing.
Potter.
It was like, oh my God, this is a payoff or what? I'm like,
sounds like you would like the score to Harry Potter, The Secret of the Chamber Trolls or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Anyway.
And then, also with, our smartphones being, any app that you kind of have on your phone and you, agree to letting them basically go through everything in your phone, including your contacts.
Yeah.
Your text.
Well, too.
They know what you're doing.
I was at, we kind of do the DJ gig out at Cush on the weekends, which is fun. But also, too, you'll see people when they don't know a song like Shazam it.
Oh, they'll Shazam it. And then
try to...
That's another thing, and then you'll start seeing that in your Facebook.
On to new music though, which is cool, and I love that. And that's why I guess as a DJ, you shouldn't be afraid to play some shit that nobody's heard. Sometimes you don't, right?
Yeah, especially in a Kush type situation.
Right.
That's the best place to introduce new music to people.
Yeah. So every Friday and Saturday night,
Kush Ultra Lounge, awesome
pushing
atmosphere,
out toasty dope jams. Yeah.
Anything
goes and disco.
So not this weekend, maybe next weekend I'll do one of the nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, so that's.
Oh, so I'm stopping to get I stopped at the Wawa and there was this guy in front of me and he was just getting like a thing of cigarillos or some shit like that and didn't have his ID. He looked, I guess, old enough, but
so you bought him something?
No, so he went over to the other register to the lady and she said, "Oh, you got to have your ID," and he got all angry and walked out. And he came back in, had his ID, and then the woman that was behind him was like, "No, you were abusive to the cashier. You need to go." Like a customer stood, like Me Too.
Really?
I saw it right there. It was like a Me Too movement.
Wow, was it a woman?
It was a woman cashier, and she was the manager of the Wawa. And then she was kind of verbally accosted by this guy because he had to go out and get his ID. And when he came back in, all gruff, the lady behind said, "Nope, not acceptable. You leave." And then the manager's like, "Well," and then he got all upset and yelled more at her, and then was like, "You have to leave the store." And by then, I was like, "All peace out," in my car, leaving.
Yeah, because then he comes back in with a gun.
I don't want none of that drama.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that kind of leads me to say, the leader of a country should be a positive influence on the people. That's all. It's just a simple concept.
Get me started.
We need good leadership, and it's morale role model kind of thing. Well, I mean, I've gone through a lot of life, and I'm sure you have too, but now I'm at a point in my life where I'm like a halfway decent example. I'm a halfway decent influence. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like when I was younger, I used to be a bad influence, I guess. I was always told. And so now as you grow older, it's kind of cool to be a halfway decent influence. You don't want to steer people in the wrong direction, but you also got to walk the talk, right? You can't sit here and go to church every Sunday and not do any damn thing that you're supposed to be doing.
So anyway. I want to read this quote.
Oh, all right. And then we got to call John up here.
Okay. So this is what I put on. You haven't seen it yet because you would have liked it. You would have probably loved it. But here's a quote, right? "And these children that you spit on, as they try to change their worlds, are immune to your consultations. They're quite aware of what they're going through." That's David Bowie. Changes.
Oh, wow. That was good.
So, yeah.
But that's kind of...
I mean, that's beautiful. And it's very timely,
it's
too.
It's kind of important for us today.
Bowie prophecies is how I put that up.
Well, it's important. Well, I think in any society, they often say, wisdom of a child. And, those kids, man, on Sunday, I think I was watching Face the Nation or something like that. And those 5 kids that are starting this... march against, what is it? Madness? Not March Madness. No, hold on.
Oh, boy.
What is it?
Yeah, Gonzalez is one of the spear leaders of that. Little 18-year-old girl, shaved head. I think it's Gonzalez. But she's putting that together.
March for Our Lives.
March for Our Lives.
I love that. Okay.
And you hear about this, I know Eric will probably bring it up, but the kids are not going to school one day next month. The walkout.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll talk more about that, too. Is it in California, too?
It's national.
It's nationwide.
Yeah.
Walkout.
Yeah.
I have to be down with that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Well, let's see if we could do this just random on the fly. I'm not going to.
Who we calling?
Should I pop away to a little song?
Yeah,
here?
pop away to a little song.
Let's pop away to a song and make sure we got this all queued up. But remember last week we were supposed to speak with, what's his name, Will Riley?
Yeah.
And anyway, so I ended up getting one of his tracks. He profusely apologized. They ended up having some kind of last-minute rehearsal or something like that, so he got pulled away. But anyway, he sent me this track. We'll listen to that. We'll come back and talk with John of Badass's Sandwiches. And,
we're calling him, right?
Keep it rolling. Yeah, we're going to call
him. All right, cool.
The JB Rev Show. Big up.
Losing ain't easy, no, you take it from me. I've spent my days wasted with everyone watching me. I wait for moments to be free. And I won't call you tomorrow, no, 'cause we're just not there yet. Oh, where do we go, my lovers? And how do we know it's over? And what do we do in between? And if I see you again, will you remember me? Would you say hello like friends, or you just pretend you don't remember me? 'Cause I've made my peace and I'm done. Letting go was rough, but I write you now. Out of love. And if you saw things like I do, we wouldn't even be here. Oh, and where do we go, my lovers? And how do we know it's over? And what do we do? In between. And if I see you again, will you remember me? Would you say hello like friends, or you just pretend you don't remember me? 'Cause I've made my peace and I'm done. Letting go was rough, but I write you now. Ooh, out of love.
WJBW.
You don't want the electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
All right, there you go. A little bit of The Gays. It's called Out of Love. That's the track you just heard. And that was from our guest last week, who we didn't get to connect with, Mr. Will Riley up in Canada, Quebec. Anyway, the Reverend across the way from me. And on the line with us, the owner-proprietor, Badass's Sandwiches. Badass's Sandwiches. And it's right there on the corner of Primrose and Robinson, right in the heart of the Milk District there. And John, welcome to the call. How the hell you doing, brother, man? Thank you so much. being able to give us some time.
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, guys. How are you guys doing?
Of course. We're doing wonderful. It's nothing. Right now, we were just talking about how beautiful the weather is, and nothing is as great as eating like a homemade sandwich and sitting out there with a beer. You got a beautiful little wooden porch out there, and people do just that. How have things been? It looks like you guys are staying busy, huh?
It's been pretty good. We've been blessed. The community has supported us through our first year and keep growing, our fan base. It's pretty nice, so.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's been a good year.
And now, specifically, I wanted to talk a little bit about the growth that you guys are doing. You're opening kind of extended hours, and is it because the foot traffic is there? I guess at night people are hungry and getting out of places they just drank in and ready to throw down a little bit of delicious sandwich material.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even me, like, for instance, sometimes I'm working late, at home or whatever. It's like 11:30. And I'm like, damn, what's out there to eat? I will eat a sandwich right now. So I think the market is there, not only for just, the drunken audience, but just everybody else. So it's pretty cool. We actually put an ad on Facebook, I think 2 days ago or a day ago, and the response has been pretty good. So we'll see.
Well, that's what I saw, and I was like, man, let me reach out to John and kind of talk about it, because it's been, I think, over a year since we spoke with you last. So I love to see the growth. What kind of things have you learned over the last year? Have people kind of said, hey, we like this or that more? I know you guys serve some delicious beers there, so maybe after that, give us some beer and sandwich pairings.
Yeah. I've seen, the community just, liking more and more of our sandwiches. We're super involved in the community. Actually, we have a thing is called an R&D sort of contest, and we're actually hosting that next Saturday. So we did some sort of raffle. So we have the audience and our customers really involved. So
nice.
Cool.
Hey, something else that's really cool about your shop is something that's very unique to this city and the community. But the mural that you have on your restaurant is a Jim Jackson mural.
Right.
And, our dear friend Jim Jackson created that.
Yeah.
And our logo in the front as well. I mean, our signage that is painted right above our mailbox there. He did that free-handed.
Yep.
I mean, the dude had really blessed hands.
And I tell you what,
he was awesome.
Even that your logo kind of captures the essence of Jim. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
it does. His edginess and his for sure.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome.
Well, and I think, too, a cool opportunity for people that know or don't know here in Orlando, it's Primrose Robinson right across from that big festival park there. And it's a great place to stop in and get a sandwich. There's signature sandwiches. The meats are like finely prepared, slow roasted, the chickens. You do a lot of stuff in-house. Are you guys still doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And if so, have people created sandwiches that you're like, oh, damn, that's a good idea? Like somebody come in and get a regular, maybe put it on the menu, or because I know you do special sandwiches from kind of month to month or, different intervals.
Yeah, we change the specials depending on my mood, to be honest with you. Like right now we just changed the menu. We added 4 new sandwiches. We also converted our kitchen as well. So before we didn't have a hood or gas, I put natural gas into the building. We have a charbroiler.
Wow.
We have, it's a little bit better, if you will. So it's pretty cool. And, we have we have filet, beef tenderloin in-house, you know what I mean? That's our beef of the house and all that.
Wow.
We have some fun things.
I tell you what, man, what's that's awesome because, we talked to you a year ago and you've done all this in the past year. That means you're doing well and you're reinvesting the money that you're making back into the shop,
we're trying to, I want to evolve the menu a little bit.
Right.
I was trying to reach out, I wanted to eat a grilled chicken sandwich or a grilled steak or something like that. So I figure I needed that flavor profile added to the concept.
Right on. Well, and you put, like I said, I mean, you're just reinvesting into your concept, and that's awesome.
It's fun.
Right on.
Fun. We like playing with food.
Cool, man.
And for people that may or may not know, it's BAD, BADASS SANDWHICH. That's right.
So why did you say it like that? So badass sandwiches. Jeez, Louise, Mike.
And what I was trying to do there was try to stall. It's badasssandwiches.com, so es.com.
Yeah, badasssandwiches.com.
Badasssandwiches.com. There is the Big Boy adobo roasted pork, bacon, pepperoni, Havarti, roasted mushrooms, pickled onions, cilantro, Asian slaw, tomatoes, tater tots. Creole mustard on a roll. It's
and
damn good.
He's got Mommy Tots. Tommy Mott's Mommy Tots.
Maybe we can franchise those.
We should. Have you? You should play that for. Yeah, you know Tommy Mott, right, John? From
yes, I do. Yes.
All right, so if you got that queued up.
Years ago, created this Tommy Mott's Mommy Tots.
You got to hear it.
I'm not gonna play. No,
oh man, it's good.
We'll do it later, but maybe we can make it into a real thing. They're tater tots for hot moms.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
I can't play it for dude.
I don't have it right here.
Okay, jeez, it's good. It's tater tots for hot moms. It's Tommy Mott's. Mommy Tots.
Mommy Tots. We just added, it's funny. Like, a lot of people were asking, well, can I have my tater tots on the side on the Big Boy?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't do that. I'm very meticulous and I don't want to change things.
Right.
But I totally, I get it. I get what the consumer wants. So now in our new menu, we do like a side of tater tots. And that thing just flies out the door.
Yeah, well,
it's crazy.
You got to listen.
People like tater tots that much.
Here you go. Listen to this. Listen.
Tater tots for hot moms. Tommy Mott's Mommy Tots.
Tater tots for hot moms.
You're gonna want to pop them in your mouth. Tommy Mott's Hot Mommy Tots. Available in stores everywhere.
Badasssandwiches.com.
Tommy Mott's Mommy Tots. They're tater tots for hot moms.
There you go. All right. That was the little
hot mom.
Little spot we were talking about. Anyway, so if you can make it, go in there and ask for Tommy Mott's Hot Mommy Tots. See what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, John from Badass Sandwiches on the line with us. It's badasssandwiches.com. Go check out their menu. Go physically. You guys are open later, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I love the enhancements. And one question I did have you kind of taken customer feedback? Are there special sandwiches that
are you not listening to what he's saying?
Been created? But no. But I'm saying to the degree where you would have a JB Rev sandwich.
Oh my God,
we've done that before. We've done that. Like for instance, we had customers that they changed this certain sandwich, the sauces rather, or the cheese, and they make their own stuff.
Right.
And we call it the Darren, for instance, the guy next door, or, or the Kyle, you know what I mean? Things like that. Yeah, we've done that before. It's cool, when the customer feels like a VIP when we do stuff like that, so it's nice.
Right. Well, JB, you have to go there to get a sandwich named after you, You've been there twice? Anyways. Hey, so when did you start? How long have you been open now later? When did you start that?
Actually, we're starting this week. We're starting Friday.
Awesome.
Yeah, we decided to open Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 11 a.m. till 3 a.m.
Wow.
To see, I think, like I said, Orlando, a lot of people get out late.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the restaurant industry come out late, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Bartenders come out, and they're starving.
They are.
You know what I mean? So I was like, let me try this. We have a pretty nice-sized parking lot. We actually added all LED lighting to the outside of the building to make it brighter, more welcoming in the evenings, and actually late night as well. So little things like that to make people, feel welcome. So we actually did a 6 sandwich menu only, just like back in the food truck days, just in case the response is overwhelming. So it's going to be pretty much all to go, like we did, like back in the day when we did in the food truck days. You wrap it. Put in a paper, in a paper bag with chips, and here you go. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Now feel free to stay and eat it, but it won't be plated as the normal, board.
Right. It's kind of like
a little fancier.
Yeah, like a quicker, faster. Here you go.
Exactly.
This is ready, preset.
Yeah, and then exactly preset. You got it. Yeah. So we'll see, and then who knows? Maybe we'll change it up every 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. Every month we could probably change the menu. And we'll see what happens. So keep it exciting for the.
Well, it's always awesome. Always awesome to get an update from you, man. I see you're definitely getting, people are realizing it. And we want to say, people, if you're outside of Orlando, your location, Badass Sandwiches, is a great place to kind of post up and investigate the Milk District. Post up from there and do some walking.
It's true. We actually centralize. You're right. I never thought about it that way, but a lot of people do come. They even just over there.
Right.
And that's like a focal point. They either get dropped off or get picked up. you know, because they were hanging out in the bars, and they, oh, damn, let's go to Badass, and, you know,
right.
Or they start their pregame there at Badass. They have a couple of beers. You know, we pretty much have Florida-based beers. You know, we have a few ciders. We have a few organic beers as well. And then they pair with their sandwiches. They have another beer, and then they go and walk down Robinson and go to Space Bar and all those places, and, you know, Sports Town and whatnot. So,
right. Hey, what are your hours right now? How late are you open tonight?
Tonight we actually close at 4 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So I will open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till 4 p.m. Then Thursdays we're open till 8 p.m.
Oh.
And then Friday and Saturday until 3 a.m.
Gotcha.
So
nice.
Yeah. Oh, and then Sunday we're open, but we're open 11 to 5. You know, just to like get the hangover crowd in the morning. You know, Sunday morning.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
no doubt.
Yeah, and they do come. You know, it's pretty cool. It's a later crowd though, but it's nice.
So it's starting now,
now,
or when?
It's starting this weekend, man.
Oh, this
Friday
weekend,
and Saturday.
dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
All right. Well, cool.
Weekend, yep.
See, because after I DJ at Kush, I can just swing by there and get a sandwich.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's kind of selfishly. Yeah, I will.
Stop by anytime.
Awesome.
And we'll have the music blasting. We're thinking about probably doing like a late night happy hour probably as well.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, give our beers probably like, I don't know, $1 off or something like that.
That's a great idea.
Like 11 to 2 or something, you know.
And so you know, this is a loophole you can use after 2 o'clock until 3 is if you don't sell the beer, you can still give a beer. You know what I mean? So you can be like, oh, for $2 more, I can give you like extra lettuce, and then also included will be this beer that I give you.
A little loophole, yeah.
There's your drink.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. This comes with a drink. Yeah, I want that beer. Anyway.
They want the beer.
Yeah. John, you rock, brother.
Yeah,
BadassSandwiches.com. It's on the site. We'll post a link out there. We love and support this guy. Appreciate the fact you're able to give us a little bit of time. Well, you rock, brother. Again, hang on the line with us. We're going to bust away into some FM attack. Queue up for our Chris Domingo call, but go check out Badass Sandwiches if you have not as of yet. You're going to love it. It's the JB Rev Show.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. It's back. JB Rev Show.
Back again. At it again. Hashtag Freestyle edition. If you haven't figured it out, we try to name our little episodes each week. And we write a blog. It's WJBWnetworks.com. Also there you can find the Reverend's Revelations, which I guess we'll get to a little bit later after 8 o'clock before erik-lievano, I guess. But what I did want to talk to you about is, so tell me about Fang. Describe, because you described it the last time, but now it's gone on like 2 or 3 times since then, and there's another one scheduled. Is it like every other weekend?
No, it's every week.
It's every week?
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday
night.
At Black Star.
Black Star
Fang.
and Odd Jobs.
So Fang is like this amalgamation of different kinds of music all mashed up into different rooms, and you can kind of go in between, or is that kind of good description?
It's, it's a great description. And if you haven't been, I mean, the club is dope.
So it's sectioned off in like little different areas. Yet? No, I haven't. I need to go.
You do need to go, man.
It's sectioned off in little different areas where you
two
can
main rooms
different
that are separated between a courtyard, and then there's another courtyard behind Black Star, which is where the Andrew Spear mural of David Bowie is, which is awesome.
Is there music in all those 3
there's music everywhere. Yep.
Oh.
It's
so is it all interclashing with each other?
No. It's done, man. They got this thing.
I can't wait to see it.
Fine-tuned, dude. Okay. It's that's why, originally it was going to be kind of like a monthly thing, but it's doing so well that they're doing it every week now.
Like they just do it each week. Mm-hmm. Do you know some of the other DJs that are out there?
Yeah. No, most of them. Jason is this one really good. Yeah, all the DJs are really good. He's got quite a stable.
So it's going to be, I guess what's cool about it is it's kind of like the return of Fat and Jazzy style, where it's like, where I'm saying where it's on the weekly, but it's always kind of different, but it's a consistent weekly event.
Right. Yeah. It's Fang is for you.
So
Fang is a party. Fang is
for you. Okay, so James Taylor, Fiona, Zoo.
Yeah, there you go. You're pulling up the DJs now.
Beta. Tobias, the Reverend, Nick Mariano, Jason, and Mott.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those are all the
and if you know anything about, all those DJs are a little bit different, and they all, man, I tell you, Mott and then Dan, who is pulling all the artists in and booking all the acts there. I mean, he started Okeechobee Music Fest.
Really?
So now he's with Mott and Mike Feinberg, who we've had on the show as well.
Wow.
Who Mike Feinberg is also managing Horror, which are coming back in April at Black Star.
Oh, see there. You go.
Have you seen Black? You haven't seen them yet, have you? You need to go see Horror. It is incredible. Yeah. Why are you going to push the button to that? Yeah, you know. But April 4th, which is a Friday, that's going to be dope. I would not miss it. So
All right. So anyway, then maybe we'll take a little spring break. I did want to try to do some stuff here as far as a house party. So maybe we'll do one last little crescendo, take a couple weeks off in March, perhaps, come back stronger. Because we don't do it every single week. I mean, and that's the beauty of it.
Pretty much do.
You know what's funny though is more and more people, they get into podcasting, and it's like you just almost want to sway them away from the recording of it. I understand having total control, but when they ask you for advice, it's like, you could do it that way, I guess.
Yeah, it's I couldn't imagine doing this any other way.
Yeah, but imagine if we just sat in this room and recorded it, even with phone calls. Like most podcasts don't have phone calls, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, so it's like if we did this and recorded it and then went in and edited, I don't know what we'd edit out. I think kind of in a lot of cases, you want the scenario where you record it and it's good time for one take. Tony, oops, edit that out.
Yeah, exactly. And what's funny too is losing your train of thought. Exactly what you're going to say. Can happen. And
it's
then
all
you can edit that out.
You could just take me out. I did not say
I did
that word
up just then.
And
remember that one time a person complained about me talking about the yellow people,
the JB Rev Show,
the Chinese,
the JB Rev Show at WJBW Networks.com. Just letting you drown. The JB Rev Show.
Edit that out.
That's our email address. The JB Rev Show.
The JB
Rev Show.
Oh, that's me. I'm the Reverend.
Yeah, the JB Rev Show
at porn.com.
WJBW.
WJBW.
What's the matter with you?
WJBW on the JBW network.
Anyway, I think these guys are called Spirits of Leon. We're going to queue up of Leo.
Are we going into another song, really? Come on, we got to...
we got to prep up for this call. He's supposed to call any minute. So I guess if he calls, we'll just take it early then.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just trying to be...
proactive. Is that what you're trying to do? That is a pretty picture of a train. If you could see what I've seen.
Okay,
is that
describe
real?
the train.
Is that really a photograph?
I don't know. It's
there?
A photograph by Alexander Rick.
Oh, it is photo
streaming through
beautiful
Chromecast.
Love that. I love the smoke going in with the snow and the clouds.
Right.
If you could see what I see.
That's all right. Seriously,
edit that out, okay? Because I need a cock.
Yeah, take that out. See, if you had editing control, you'd be taking a lot of stuff out.
No, I wouldn't. I don't care.
I think you would.
I don't care.
Is this the forlorn?
Hey, you want to hear something really cool?
Yeah.
I got my wife a drum set.
What?
Yeah, dude, and it's dope. I found a brand new drum set.
Are you regretting that?
No, not at all. I got it yesterday, and this thing is like, I'll show you a picture, but it's a Ludwig. And see, I got her last year for her birthday. I got her like this little kids drum set, but it's like, it's just a smaller one because she's so small. But the other day, actually, it was like last week. She's like, I'd really like a regular drum set. I'm like, well, whatever. Be careful what you ask for. So, anyways, I got her one, and it's dope. I mean, it's got like 5 big drums, and it's cool. I'm excited for her because I love her so much, and she's very creative.
So that's awesome. So does she have a natural inclination for the drums?
Yeah,
kind of like
totally
keep a rhythm.
Absolutely,
because it's like your hands and your foot, basically, right? You got to be able to tap,
all that. That's right.
Do all that kind of stuff. Anyway,
it's true.
Okay, now are you ready to go to the song? So we can get this call queued up, because again, we do everything live. Hello,
I'm just. It's funny because Dana just sent me
looking at
like
me.
3 texts. She goes, "Holy crap! I'm just now taking a picture as you are saying it. Wow, that's how connected me and Dana are. So what'd you say? I was looking at what you.
All right, twins from the Matrix. Okay,
I love my wife. She's awesome.
Okay.
I'm glad she's got that. So what were you asking me?
We're gonna go cut to this song and come back with Chris Domingo. How's that?
All right.
Sure, make this shit happen.
Sounds good.
All right, it's WJBWNetworks.com, the JB Rev Show, all rocking shit in your face and shit. We'll be right back.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Okay, we're back. JB Rev Show. You're such a professional over there, Mr. JB. So we're back. We got a special guest online with us, Mr. Christopher Domingo.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening, man?
I'm not man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mr. Chris Domingo on the line, a local legend reconnect. Welcome back to the JB Rev Show. Thanks for Mr. Lackluster
Indeed.
over there. Gosh, you didn't even... Can you flip a pancake, Reverend? What's the matter with you? Okay. All right. Okay. It is Christopher Domingo on the line. And with much fanfare and joy, I say this guy busts his ass. Grammy nominated, maybe a couple times. I don't know. I think I got the Grammy right this time, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Have a great interview with him years ago, and we've been connected with him. It has been quite a while, but I understand you moved the analog studio. If most people don't know, Domingo's like 30 years in what is now called electronic music. But,
right.
You know, we're going to talk maybe just a little bit kind of more about the past few years. But, hey, man, how the hell you been? Sure. Most importantly, you're our friend. We love the crap out of you, but you're doing awesome stuff. So, yeah, how the hell have you been?
Like I was just telling you offline, man. Like I just finally wrote my first track in the new space, and it feels great, man. And it took a minute.
That's awesome.
That was a nightmare, man. Because I just got all that. Like everything got perfect.
Yeah.
And I remember it was November 25th, and like, we need the space back on the 1st. I was like, what? I was like, no, you've got to be kidding me, man.
Wow.
I was not happy, man. But you know what? Just first track out the box, I'm happy with it. So
nice.
So the room's not fully tuned. I would say about 90% tuned, but I'm working on it. So.
Well, and that's it. People don't know the acoustic treatment in a room has to be superlative. Like I could open this beer down here and nobody could hear it, right? So
it changes
you have
everything.
to have.
I mean, you know what's funny is I measured the room, I did everything, and you always think it's going to sound one way, but it doesn't. And you're like, oh god, is it? But that's moving a space. I mean, I've been in that space for 6 years, so it's, I was completely accustomed to it. So, but I'll get used to this.
Well,
it's good.
Change can help you grow and think out of your box. Like right now, like you said, you had to incubate for this period of time without actually having the ability to create something. And then when you finally did, it was like this cathartic release, right? So,
all right. If you're a real artist, man, you know what that feels like. And it is. Like you really get irritated when you're not writing. It's really crazy.
It's definitely a release. And
I got 1,000 ideas in my head, and I can't scratch out any of them. It's like, it's very frustrating. But, all in all, it was a good move, and it was a hard move because I don't know if you remember, it was like freezing in Orlando when all that happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that didn't help. So I was moving all my gear in the rain. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. That's always a good recipe for fun.
We made it. I only made it with 2 broken lights on my console, so that's not bad.
Oh shit, yeah, and that's a lot of sensitive equipment.
Yeah.
So I hear you're going to be on a panel this year for the Winter Music Conference. I'm sure you've been on it.
Me and Mr. asked for that, and she's incredibly shy, which is funny because you listen to our music and you're like, what? But that's how I got her to work with me in the first place. She was super shy, but. I don't know. I still don't know if she's going to totally take the panel. I think she should because the panel that she's on is like women vocalists in music. I mean, it's something like that. It's like a really good, slot. I think mine is the art of production. That's the one I'm on.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Do you know anyone else that's on the panel with you? Any names that we?
Dude, I have no idea. I haven't even looked at anything. Matter of fact, I probably got to email the guy. But yeah,
right on.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, the last time I even went to a panel, it was a long time ago. But the panels back then, I don't know what they're like now, but maybe that's what they're trying to do. But they were really good back then.
Right.
Like I remember the panel that I wasn't on it yet. I mean, I was up and coming, whatever, back in like early 90s.
Right.
They were talking about how to save money on your record distribution and pressing, and like really good information about the industry. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I went back again, and I walked in, and I was like, wow, it looked like a mobile DJ set. I was like, this is not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe they're changing it. Maybe the slots sound good. I mean, they've got good slots and good ideas that they want to bring across. So
that's cool. So I got a question for you, man. So what is what's your outlook on the whole the transition, the way? What do you think of the way the whole like this EDM and what's your thoughts of where the electronic?
Man, it was a weird. Anyone that's been into house music as long as I have, like, they either really, really are snobby and hate it forever and ever. But I do have one thing about. I mean, I don't agree with any of it. I think the music's totally Teletubby music, and
that's a good description.
But you remember, in dance music in general, there's always been an intro to dance music, and back in our day, it was breaks. That was the kiddie music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but here's one thing, and I've always said this. I say this to people who talk to me about the same issue, because I hate the whole EDM thing. I hate what it stands for. I hate people that represent it and the money part of it.
Right.
But here's something to think about. I've seen dance music go from garages to taking over the entire world in my day. So
right.
You have to look at it like this. If we don't have EDM, I know this is really weird for most house people to take, but if we don't have EDM, we do not have an influx of people coming into house music. You learn to get to house music. You're not just brought up the day you wake up, you're like listening to house music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, not now anyway. Like, you hear something you like, you're like, whoa, I like that. And then, as you progress, you realize it's cheesy, and you're like, whoa, you start investigating and researching music. You know what I mean? And that's how you become a house head. You know what I mean? But, I remember when there was a lull in dance music in general where there was no influx, right? When the rave said, like, there just wasn't any, it was all hip-hop. You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I like hip-hop, cool, whatever. But, I mean, you have to have the influx, or this music, as much as you don't like it or don't like the Candy Ravers or whatever you don't like, this business will not survive if we don't have new people like them coming in.
Well, I guess so.
As cheesy as they are, you can't.
You're saying just having the floodgates kind of open to the awakening of the style of music, and you can even hear it being more and more pervasive as far as modulations in different popular music, and there's certain sounds that are definitely there that weren't necessarily there, but it reminds me of that even now. There's this the new disco feel and even kind of new funk, and but I think if you're just a passionate consumer of music, good music between bad, right?
Definitely.
Well, that's the other thing that if you're really into it, honestly, finding good music is the hardest part about dance music.
We were just talking about that.
And I can break it down real quick why it's like this now and why it wasn't like that then.
Right.
Because back in the 90s when it was all vinyl, you had a filtration system that, like, people like me had to release a record. I had to shop it to the distributors. They decided how many they actually wanted.
Right.
Then they showed the stores the tracks, and they decided how much they wanted. And then people like your local stores would put the record of the week. So you had a filtration system.
Totally.
But now, and you had an investment. I've always told people that too. Like, if someone put out a record, they probably invest about $5-10 grand.
Right.
But now you don't have to invest $5-10 grand. So, do they really care if the music's that great? Like,
right.
When you take a $20,000 punch in your gut from a record coming out that's shitty, you're going to think about your next one. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And they don't have that anymore. They don't think like they can just throw up some rando track. So the art now, man, really, like, I'll be honest with you, like, the last 4 mixes that I did for the stations in London and Canada, that took me months of research to find the tracks that I was looking for, because they're just not there.
So, Chris,
all the genres are all screwed up and everything. So you really have, it's a searching, you got to search forever.
It's so funny because we were just on, when we started the show tonight, I was talking to JB about, I probably do about 20 hours of research a week on music, and you have to listen. I have to listen to so much crap to get to, like, something that's semi good. And it's, it's like, so
I've gauged it. For me, it's about 1 out of every 400 is what I say.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I mean, that's really like what it boils down to.
Right.
And that's a lot, but that's the art. So, and it is taste making. That's what DJing really is. Taste. I mean, anyone can beat that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can do it right or do it on key, but it's taste making. It's all about picking the correct music. I've heard the shittiest DJs in the world, but the records they're dropping, I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, holy crap.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, it's taste making, you know
Well,
what I mean?
and I think you're right. You got to kind of have that hunger to constantly be scouring and looking out there, for new sounds and new music. And it's all situational. It's based on how you're feeling at any one time, too, because music is highly emotional.
And one of the cool things that for people like that were fortunate like me, they got to tour and stuff like that, that was a different art. Because we would go to, the most obscure record shops while we were on the road and just find random stuff. And, you don't really get to do that anymore.
No.
And, what am I sitting on a laptop on my couch? I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I definitely miss the record store days. So,
So I just actually sent you on your Messenger playlist that I put together for Black Star. So check that out.
Well, and see, that's cool, too, because what I wanted to ask you is during the transition from not having the studio, did you have any apps or did you find any apps like Spotify, anything particularly soothing or some music creation app? Were you even curious to look and see what can I do without a physical studio?
No, you're actually going to laugh. What I did was I pulled my Moog onto my coffee table and I plugged my headphones in and I would just write. I was basically writing new sounds, so I wasn't being not creative, but I wasn't writing an actual track. So I basically wrote a bunch of sounds that I thought I might use, which I have, which is cool.
Yeah.
So plus you got to have program day anyway. You know what I mean? You got to program your synths, man.
Yeah, that's right. Sunshine Jones. That's right. You got that rolling.
Yeah, I'm literally a junkie, dude. It never ends for me. If I'm not doing music, I'm either engineering or one of the two. It's got to be
thinking about it and doing it. And what's a good way for people if they want kind of that analog production value that you can provide? Is it the analogstudio.com or what? It's a mastering Domingo.
Yeah, and that's really it's Domingo Audio is. You mixed this up last time, you're funny, dude.
No, I'm so sorry.
Domingo Audio is the actual mastering site for customers and labels to go to for the mastering stuff. The Analog Studio is there and up. And I no longer answer messages and phone calls or clients on there, and it's only because our project load got too big. So I no longer take on clients. However, when I take special occasion ones, like for example, I don't want to name drop, but there's someone big that's coming in town, and we're going to do the whole album in 3 days.
Wow.
So or mix the album.
That sounds cool.
And it's a special occasion.
George Clinton.
And even when we first opened the Analog Studio, I have it on there that. We can only take a certain clientele, which means like you're signed to a label and you're in the industry, like you're for real. You're not like just trying to release a record or whatever. But
wow,
so who is
phenomenal.
It?
Yeah, can you tell us?
Come on,
I can't.
Nobody's listening.
No,
we have no listeners.
Told me don't.
Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, don't do that. It's Chris Domingo on the line.
But you can come over and have a beer when he's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. We'll take you up. We'll take you up on that.
But yeah, I actually listened to the album yesterday before he's coming in 2 weeks. It's pretty freaking good. I was like, wow. So it's already signed. It's already signed to the label and everything. So we're just gonna knock it out. But those are the situations that I like to be in because I know it's gonna go to a quality label. It's gonna, it's not just gonna sit in some guy's computer,
Right. Totally.
Anything that I touch, I want to make sure that it's being released. That's all I'm saying. That's my bottom line. That's the bottom line, even with my own. Like, everyone's like, oh, I know you got tracks sitting in your computer. No, I don't. Every track I've written, I put out. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Right
There's no point in writing a track if it doesn't come out. So.
And I think you do some radio sets. I saw something, and actually, I think this week we're going to rebroadcast one of your about hour-long sets on the Circadian Cast.
Nice.
Cool. We'll be doing that probably later in the week. I'll verify that with you. But what's the radio? What's the online radio that you sometimes host? Is it new?
Actually, I don't host any of them. The labels do it for me, which is sweet because actually the color cast from London, that wasn't actually an internet thing. It was actually a real radio thing.
Wow. Color
cast. It went to all the satellite radio stations, and then it bled down to all the internet radio stations. So they're but it's cool, because it's actually playing in London first, and that's the way it should be, because that's what they were the ones that initiated it. So they got to do their thing, and then they were
welcome to 60 minutes of pure, deep, and progressive house from London's Colorize, featuring new signings, Colorize exclusive, some of the best in deep.
That sounds great. That's great. Look at that.
Nice. Send me that link.
Tear that shit up. Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite mixes actually right now. That one you're listening to.
Wow. Awesome.
Which is funny because I just did the best of 2017, and I go, wait a minute, man. I even put it up on my Facebook. I was like, I think this one was the best of 2017. Just saying.
Right. Well, it's good to even have maybe multiple, right? Because that was a rough year. 2017 was a crazy year. It was almost like two.
You know what it was? You know what's funny,
different...
man? All the people that live in Florida always say, after the hurricane, my life was crap.
Right.
Everyone I know says the same thing, man.
Well, you definitely had to hashtag freestyle in the regards of moving your studio. I'm glad you're in your new space, feeling cozy. But I love the panel stuff out at WMC, and I love that you keep on doing, creating your own original and collaborating and working with other people to, put out real, just pro style stuff. So beyond just the freestyle, right, is good to... Oh, you want to give us a freestyle rap battle? Hold on. Jerry's trying to... Hold on. The Reverend wants to challenge you. Hold on.
Does Jerry have his cowboy hat on and shit?
No, I don't have my cowboy hat on. All right. So we got Chris Domingo on the line with us. Man, thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Well, here, hang on the line.
Real quick, JB. So I was telling you about the releases and stuff that we just did. Do you ever remember the Mariner track that we did? We collaborated with Misty and Mariner. We did. It was the Don't Let Go track. Anyway, me and Mariner just about to finish up another one. Yeah, me and Misty took a 3-month break from writing. We were burnt, man. So we just wanted to do remixes and anything that was light. So, and it's funny. We just talked yesterday. And I wasn't two minutes before I even looked at her. I go, "You're ready to write, aren't you?" She's like, "Hell yeah!" So we're about to hit it, man.
Well, good. See, that's good. Well, and two,
we wrote for almost a year and a half.
Consult with me offline as to the set I can play, because I got your 2018 set, and maybe I should do something else. But anyway, we'll get together on that. I want you to hang on the line with us for a minute, because we're going to do
the Reverend's Revelations.
Yeah, we're going to do the Reverend's Revelations every week. The Reverend gives us a little dusky jewel of a musical soundtrack. So hang on the line. But once we go into the song, we're going to bring down all our mics and we're going to push you off. Okay, so we're not going to hang on with you afterwards, but hang tight. We'll get with you here. All right, now this is this week's Reverend's Revelations. The Reverend over there.
The Reverend's Revelations.
Yeah, if you just stop pushing all those fucking buttons over there, I'll tell you. So we got some Goxato. Are you familiar with Goxato, Chris? So, okay, he's not there. So anyways, we'll just go into this. The name of this song is Green City. It's by Goxato. So play this. This is my pick for this week.
I was lying in bed and listening for the trumpets and the drums, but I couldn't hear a sound. I couldn't hear a sound. Something happened. Something went wrong. I went to look in the fridge, but it was still on. The light was shining. What was the trick? I wish I had a color TV. I wish I had a color TV. I wish I had a color TV. Since the radio blackout, I've been lying in bed and listening for the parade that passes by every morning. Every morning in our new green city. Green city.
Oh yeah, some Gaksato. So that's a Japanese composer.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, that's off of an album from 2001 called Tangram.
Okay.
And dude,
2001.
2001. Wow. Yep, that's.
I loved it. I loved it.
19 almost 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's 19 years old.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Or 17
it
years
can't
old.
buy beer yet. Yeah. It almost can buy beer.
Almost.
Yeah. It has a friend that can buy a beer. It's 19.
Man, it's just I just love that song. So I'm glad to add that to the Revelation.
Hell yeah.
The Reverend's Revelation.
Well, you see, and that's what I love about it too. And even talking with Chris Domingo of the Analog Studio.
Yeah.
And you know, he's got so much incredible background, you know, that he's already done. You know, couple Grammy nominations. I mean, he's done a lot. And the fact that he's doing this stuff, and it's all, like I was saying a few weeks ago with Patrick Scott Barnes, it's like you're ghosting. You know, you're not really out there saying, hey, I'm doing all this incredible stuff, but you're doing it. You're kind of just, you know, moving through it and embodying it and being it, and not trying to get all this praise, but doing it because it's your skill. You know,
passion.
and what you want to, you know, bring to the table. And I think that's important in life, is to always constantly be a learning person, someone that always wants to learn or be curious, maybe is a good way to put it. You know, I think that's healthy.
And to spread the love too. You know? So, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll tell Dana before I come over here, I'm like, sometimes, like even today, I got to be honest, like, you know, I get home at like, you know, I got home at 10 after 6, and then I've got like a half an hour at the house before I have to come over here, and it's like, you know, and I'm like, I really don't want to go. And Dana goes, you always say that, but when you get home, you're really glad you went. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, I just, you know, to get up off, you know,
to just go and do it.
And that's the thing. You just have to. You gotta, you know, you got to do it if you want to be successful in anything. You got to put your effort into it. And like, for instance, like, you know, sometimes, and especially the older we get, you know, the more it's easier to just be like,
you just want to chill the F out.
Yeah,
you feel like sometimes, raging is good, but only in maybe 4-hour intervals.
Moderation.
You know, rage in like 2 hours. I can rage a lot in 2 hours. I don't need to do it all night, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you can really.
And by rage, you mean like road rage, right?
Yeah, no,
I
just mean like, you know,
you just start
you're partying.
fights.
Next thing you know, you're done. Oh my God. Okay,
Is that a late night Leviano?
Hold on. Speaking of late night, that's right.
Yeah.
Late
right
night Leviano. I think it's Mr. Late Night Leviano, our West Coast correspondent, our good friend and buddy. How the hell you doing? It's so great to hear from you, man.
Yeah, man.
We missed that you couldn't come in studio, but love the fact that you're able to connect with us now. So, and that's what we're all about, man. So, how the hell you been? Thanks for giving us a call. It's Erik-Lievano, again, very talented drummer. Jerry got his wife a pair of drums.
Is that right?
No, I didn't get her a pair. I get her full-on fucking drum set.
A kit of drums.
And, dude, you'd be so proud of me, Eric. I paid $200. I talked him down from $250 because I was like, you know what? I got to rent a truck, come pick it up. Arms. And so I got this brand-new drum set, a Ludwig drum set. And, with, it's awesome. I got really lucky.
Erik-Lievano. Is she any good? Any good on the
drums? Dude, she's really good. So and I put it up right behind my turntables. So I'd gotten her a kid's drum set, and she was really good on that. And she's like, I'd really like to get a big one. I'm like, all right, well, And then I found one.
He had a place.
And so I'll be DJing and she'll play drums behind me.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
It is cool as shit.
Great, man.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about Craigslist and stuff. You could always find people that bought drum kits and then they lost interest real quickly.
Totally.
And then you can get them for really cheap.
Exactly. And that's just, to talk them down. She told me she paid $450 for it.
Damn.
Brand new. And the guy, she got it for her husband that played it twice. And, what does that even mean? Played it twice.
You know what that means.
There's probably 10 minutes total time on that drum set. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Speaking of awesome, man, I'm glad you're feeling better. I got to say, and I don't mean to, I'm not at all. You went through a rough spot there, and you reached out for some help, and I honestly kind of help people out a little bit here and there, and I'm glad you got to where you needed to get, and because you were here, you came to visit, and you were in the hospital.
You came here for a little break, and then got hospitalized with the flu, and then ramifications
what happened
back
was
where
I
you were
came to visit for a week. I was supposed to be there for 7 days,
right?
And 2 days in, I had 2 good solid nights in Orlando before I got sick, and then I caught the flu. And as soon as I got the flu, I was laid out for a few days, and just from being laid out, it turned into pneumonia, which was critical. And I ended up in Florida Hospital. I ended up laid out in the hospital for 5 days. And
in the hospital for 5 days,
to recover completely. But
wow.
And at the time when I was laid out is when I was supposed to come on your show last time, and I was I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't even talk without coughing and gagging, and just I was dying, man, literally.
Wow. And that's basically
I'm so glad
flu,
you're okay.
Though, right?
Yeah, but that was where the flu was really bad, taking out people.
Yeah,
and
dude.
That was we're almost around the time where I think Jim Jackson went. So it was this Orlando native son, we were going to have in studio, and then all this tragedy, all this calamity occurring. So I'm so glad. And now, even though I don't know what you want to speak to as far as the ramifications of that incident back home, but I think the fact that, like we were talking with Chris Domingo and even John of Badass Sandwiches, it's, sometimes you got to hashtag freestyle shit because you're not in control of everything, and the more you have that ability to ebb and flow with situations as they occur, the stronger it actually makes you.
Yeah.
No, I came out pretty good. I'll be. What's weird is that before I got sick, I had asthma. Mm-hmm. And I was using inhalers, and I was using this expensive medication every month. But ever since I got sick and I recovered, now I don't need any of that stuff. It's almost like I'm better than before.
Wow,
it's really, really weird.
So you're stronger.
Because I had asthma for 7 years straight.
Jeez.
And
what?
Now I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need any medication.
Wow.
And when I got back, everything fell right into place here. And I'm lucky, man. I'm really lucky.
You must have done one of those flu shots.
Angel
No,
trumpets.
I didn't do a flu shot. I've been meaning to do a flu shot for years. Have you guys done a flu shot?
No, hell no.
Is it a drink?
Are
we talking about the drink?
I'm scared to do it.
Yeah, dude. Anything that they give away free at Walgreens, I don't want that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, take a hit of this Robitussin.
I'm afraid to use their bathroom. I'm really afraid of someone sticking me with a needle.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Shit.
Too big.
Yeah, so I don't know. They offered me a flu shot when I was in the hospital, and I was like, oh man,
why? It's a little late now.
I didn't want to go there, but I think it might be a sensible thing to do next year. I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's conspiracy.
Yeah.
Don't
You don't
do
want
it.
to mess with the.
You
don't want to mess with
it.
I don't
no,
know.
man.
No, don't listen to us.
Listen, man.
We don't know. Don't listen to us.
Are you guys doctors?
We're not. Yes, one of us is a doctor.
Not only
actually.
am I not a doctor, but I play one on a podcast.
He is a reverend, which by
I'm a reverend.
proxy,
God bless you.
He's a doctor
while
of
you're dying.
God. He's a God doctor.
I'm a God doctor.
There you go.
I'm here for all the gods.
Okay.
Hey, Reverend, I got a little a funny story to tell you. I remember I asked you for your address a while back.
Yes, I do, and I'm still gonna send it to you. I got you a present, man. I think you're gonna like it. Yeah, I've been hearing this for so long. I was ragging him for a while. I'm like,
it's been
when am I?
a year since I got your
I
address,
told him,
but
I'm like,
let me just tell you what I got you,
dude,
and I think you'll like it because I always see you wearing the shirt.
Okay,
but I got you an autographed picture from the Cult.
What?
Yeah. And I'm going to send it to you. Oh, my God. I promise. In the next 2 weeks, you'll get it.
All right. Now, dude.
Damn.
Okay.
Look at that.
That's very cool.
Logo legend reconnect.
All the time.
Yeah. So let me ask you, who signed it? Is it Ian signed it or did Billy sign it?
All of them.
All of
them.
them.
Oh, shit,
so Billy and Ian signed it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They did. Wow. Dude, that is very cool, man.
You say thank you.
Did you when you were getting it signed?
Say thank you to Uncle Late Night Lievano.
When you were getting it signed, were you thinking of me when you got it signed, or were you like?
No. I actually it was given to me by their manager, who I'm friends with.
Oh.
And I didn't actually get it signed. He got it signed by them, and he gave it to me. And then the first person I thought about that would enjoy that was you.
Man, that is awesome, dude. That is Thank you. Thank you
No
very
problem.
much. That's
That's what it is, though, man. I don't mean to blow the surprise, but it's been a long coming. So
wow,
you blew it,
dude. It's for a long time. I kept going. So where's this? I keep checking my mailbox for this gift, and like, wow, that's awesome, dude.
So Erik-lievano on the line, hashtag Late Night Lievano, we refer to him. But are you, since you've been back there, what are you doing now? The same kind of role, or have you decided, hey, after this experience?
What I do is I'm in sales, and I work for a national company.
Yeah.
And when I got back to L.A., I started with the same company at a different location. So,
I gotcha. Okay.
I'm still doing the same thing I did, and I'm actually making more money. Like I'm telling you, everything worked out really perfectly because I'm healthier than I was before. I'm making more money than I was before, and
nice.
I got to spend. I was in Orlando for a total of a month.
Wow.
But it just sucked that I was sick the whole time.
No doubt, dude.
Yeah. So has this whole experience kind of turned you on back to music? Are you looking in that? I guess it would be a very reflective event, but.
Well, yeah. I mean, I am looking a little bit to get back into music, but it's tough though. Like over here, the bands and stuff that are looking for drummers are looking for guys that want to go on the road and tour and all that kind of stuff.
Right. No.
I'm just not into that, man. I like playing around locally, and I like recording and stuff like that. So I gotta be selective, and I get opportunities and offers offered to me all the time, but I am looking to get back into it. I am looking to play, and I just got to make sure it's not with a bunch of kids that want to tour for 2 months and forcing me to go broke.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, but
no.
So, all right, cool. Then, with all of that said, then what I think is awesome, especially about you, is you've got kind of a linear track and a history, of some Orlando rock royalty, and we've gone over this in episodes past. But for the sake of everything that's going on in the world today, doesn't it feel a lot like it kind of did back in the day when hip hop started getting big and all that rebel music? Marilyn Manson, doesn't that same with Trump in office? It kind of feels like that same kind of vibe. Would you agree as far as a music aficionado?
And it's funny you bring that up because I was just thinking to myself before I got on the phone with you guys. Like I haven't talked to you guys in a long time on the air.
Yeah.
So I think that Trump got elected between the last time I called and now.
Yeah.
And so we never really talked about that. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it does have that kind of vibe, and yeah, absolutely, I would agree.
Well, you pointing at me, JB.
Oh, so I thought you had a question.
No.
Are you guys Trump supporters?
No.
Oh my God! Yeah, this is.
Oh my God!
This is all about Trump.
Holla at you.
And
is it me or do some of our friends? I know you guys at least got to have at least one friend or family member that's a Trump supporter. That's like impossible to
they're
deal with.
hiding it lately.
I tell you what, let me tell you something about that, because I do have someone that's very close to me. Actually, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was the best man in my fucking wedding.
Boyfriend.
And I love him. And he's like,
seriously.
I cannot talk to him about that. And he is such a Trump supporter.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just like
they're diehard Trump supporters, and you can't.
Yeah. It's
like you can try, but you'll never ever get. You'll never be on the same page with one.
Here's the crazy thing about this, Eric, is I have a day job, right, where I go into multi-million-dollar homes and very successful people's homes, and I would say about 70%, more than half of these people that make a lot of fucking money are Trump supporters.
You think so?
Yeah, I do think so. And but then again, it's all about how much money you make.
I understand
and it's really,
the business side of it, right? But it's almost like you accept, that you can not really be good or just pretend to be good. I don't know.
It just makes me think people suck.
Persona.
Basically,
yeah. I mean, step over the homeless guy to go to your spa, on the way to your country club or whatever, and it doesn't make a lot of sense at the end of the day. But anyway, Erik-Lievano is on the line with us. We don't really talk politics on this show.
No, we don't. But I will say this: stupidity has no boundaries. It's all across the board. And wealthy. You would think that people that make a lot of money would be more sensible and more. But they're fucking stupid, just like anybody else is, I guess.
Well, and I guess since we're talking about Trump, I'll let you know I created a simple recipe on IFT to create a blog post every time that Donald Trump tweets. And this one is at CNN, at MSNBC. Whether you are Republican or Democrat, we must now focus on strengthening background checks.
That's what Trump just tweeted?
Just tweeted right now during our live Trump tweet. There you go.
Wow.
Okay, so we don't normally do that. All right. So, Eric, you want to hang on the line with us and do some news?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
We'll wrap this shit up.
This shit happen.
But I'm glad you're doing better, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, bro.
You need to come back when you can enjoy.
Yeah, we'll have you back in studio. But I'm so glad to hear everything is working good. All right, so what do we got here?
You want me to do the fact checking on your stupid stories?
I mean, maybe you
so
want
Eric, he pulls up these stories that are just fake news, if you will.
Okay, it's not. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. All right, the first one here is a little video, and it says there are no states in the U.S. that ban child marriage, and this is from, I guess, apparently HBO.
7 years, my ex-husband controlled pretty much everything. I was alone here.
She sounds like American.
Between 2000 and 2010, an estimated 248,000 children in the U.S. found themselves taking on a very grown-up commitment. They got married.
What?
Okay, so I'm stopping that right there.
Wait.
Just because that's a crazy topic, right? It's like it says there are no states in the United States that ban child marriage. I guess that was a little heavy.
So what you mean, like 6-year-olds are getting married to each other?
Well,
or what? Where are you going with this, JB? You're weirding me out.
We'll share it out there. We'll share it out there because
is this one of your?
During the 7 years, my ex-husband.
My ex-husband. He said.
There's a whole.
She sounds like a day at the beach, doesn't she?
Yeah, anyway, she sounds like a babe for sure.
There's that. All right, so I'll post that out there.
My husband,
somewhere.
he say, I married.
Well, I think it's more than that, though. I mean, it's kind of like this whole Me Too movement, and now March for Our Lives. It's kind of like the youth uprising and saying, "Hey, you guys are fucking it up." And when you look at it, a 70-whatever-year-old president is not going to be held accountable to shit for more than 20 years now, right? So you can't impose any kind of real.
Trump.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like you can't impose any kind of real punishment for this shit.
I'm surprised.
Well, you know what? I got to say that I think the kids got a good movement going right now, and I don't know about your story that you're talking about, but as far as the kids,
here we go,
revolting. I think it's a great thing.
Yeah. So Eric, you posted on Facebook because I follow you quite a bit, but about the walkout.
Yeah,
that's coming up, and and JB didn't realize that it's a national thing.
Yeah,
and I really hope that makes, I really hope this happens, and it makes kind of.
No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, but to get up and walk out just to prove a point and then go right back into class is not going to do anything. That's why on my posting I say walk out and stay out until you get the results that you want. Can you imagine if that happened nationwide?
Right,
that'd be incredible.
Yeah, that would be incredible. I just put this post, we talked about it earlier, a David Bowie. I called it Bowie Prophecies, but it's basically, these children that you spit on are aware of your, how's it go?
I don't know. It sounds like you're reading a Patrick Scott Barnes poem.
Yeah, right.
You just don't even.
But it's basically, it's the lyrics from Changes.
Okay.
And,
all right. All right. Well, on topic relatively is another article from WBUR.org. It says
WBUR.
It says why kids should sue the government for failing on gun control. You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. So here's a little blurb again. Hopefully there's no commercial. There's a kid speaking. Hold on.
So what's your
WashingtonPost.com.
I really don't think there's anything new to say, but there shouldn't have to be, because if you looked around this closet and saw everyone just hiding together, you would know that this shouldn't be happening anymore and that it doesn't deserve to happen to anyone.
I started recording because I realized that if I died, I wanted to have a good story to tell, and a story that would echo on and show people that there is a serious issue in this country that people need to face, take a long, hard look at, and realize blood is being spilled on the floors of American classrooms, and that is not acceptable.
It's not.
There you go. So another little video, but again, that speaks to kind of enough is enough mentality that I think America is going through. But needless to say, if you love and respect and care about each other, make sure you're taking the time to spend and listen to your fellow man. Each week we do that here at the JB Rev Show and at WJBW-networks.com.
Yeah, we
love to make sure that people are okay. So I'm so glad that we were able to follow up with you.
I have a serious question because this is something that I'm curious about. So you have a child. You have a daughter, correct?
I do.
How old's your daughter?
She's 12.
She's 12. So what she's 7th grade? Is that 12?
Yeah, 7th grade.
Okay. So, she obviously I know you're a wonderful father because you're a wonderful human being. So I can just imagine that you're a great father as well. But I mean, this is something that me and if Dana and I would have had a child when we first got married, the kid would be about 10 now. 9 or 10. So, I mean, we talk about this quite often, me and Dana Dana and I about if we were to have children, we wouldn't even know how to really talk to our child about the things that are going on in the world. Yeah, and I mean it's got to be terrifying. I know that if I did have a child, I would be just so immersed in my child and my love, the unconditional love that I'd have for my child, and just I'd be terrified to have my kid even go to school because I feel like school's like the most unsafe place that she could go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a scary world out there. But as far as a kid my daughter's age, I try to stay light and keep things light and funny and cool. But when we have serious talks, it's you just got to treat it like you would when. I mean, I don't know about you guys. You guys are about my age, but I remember when I was a kid, nobody told me shit. I had to learn everything on my own, right?
Right.
And I'm sure this was the same for you guys.
Yeah.
And when I hear those kids giving speeches like that,
yeah,
all I can think about is my age. At my age of 15, like those kids, I was smoking pot and surfing. That's all I cared about.
Yeah,
so,
dude, I know.
So, I don't know. I mean, kids are different today than they were when we were younger. And it's tough, man. Yeah, you gotta, it's like Joel, you got kids. I mean,
It's tougher. It's tougher for them because they have that online digital persona and the phone and the technology.
Yeah.
It's you
Social
don't
media,
have
all
that
that
pretend time, that reflection time. You've always kind of got to be on, and it's sad. I mean, to a degree.
But am I right? Did you guys? Were your parents? Did you learn anything from them? I learned about sex, drugs, and rock and roll on my own.
So. But,
and everything else. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I was out of the house, completely by the time I was 16, so yeah, right. I was totally on my own.
Me was like 18, yeah. So I totally understand. But all right, so let me throw a couple of stories here for you to close this shit out. Hold on.
Shit out.
It's EWAO.com.
EWAO.
And it's the world's first floating nation is being built by PayPal's founder to liberate humanity from politicians.
What?
So apparently this is a real endeavor.
So
they're going to try to build a little floating nation, basically, in the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, okay.
Just over 2 years
I thought you meant
from
floating
now.
in the air.
No, PayPal.
That would be pretty awesome. Like
it's
the
a cloud city.
Yeah, well, you said floating. Two
Lando Calrissian. Yeah,
air or water.
He's there. All right. Shut up. So they're going to do this in the Pacific Ocean. Anyway, I just thought that's a cool concept. What? Oh, we're losing you. Why do you sound so...
Wait, you sound so far away.
Why do you sound so far away all of a sudden?
What happened?
There you are. Okay.
I don't know.
There you go. So what did you say?
I said, was Lando Calrissian Billy D. Williams?
Yeah, originally.
Yeah, why?
Right?
Did you...
I'm just curious.
And now it's Danny Glover, right?
It just came to me.
I think in the new Han Solo movie, he's Danny Glover. Anyway, I don't know if that's... But a little floating nation where you're your own entity, because out in the middle of the ocean, there's no laws. So, I mean, isn't that incredible? Anyway, I just thought that's cool. A better concept than the damn cruise ship where you live on, and it's a floating, free of
Why
law
was Han Solo always... I mean, he was always with Chewbacca, right?
Okay.
He was more like Han's duo.
Okay.
You never saw him by himself.
He was never solo, right?
That's
he was
right.
Always with Chewbacca.
He was always with Chewbacca.
See, there you go.
That's a Pete Holmes
That's
joke,
like a
by the way.
Biggie Smalls, right? He was huge. I don't know.
That's like jumbo shrimp, right?
All right. Wired.com. Last article I got for you. Hold on.
Thank God. This is going to be a good one.
Inside the Macedonian fake news complex. So the
I've been
article
there.
cover reads, Meet the Macedonian teens who mastered fake news and corrupted the U.S. election. So this is a good article. Go read it. But again,
go read it.
Go read that shit. Anyway, as things turn in our world, be ready to accept everything, and justice works pretty damn good if you use it the right way. And that's what we do. Exercise our democratic right as Americans to communicate with each other on the line. Erik-Lievano, thanks for doing
Thanks,
that.
Eric.
You rock, brother.
Hey, send me that fucking picture already, would you?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me back on, and I appreciate it. Miss you guys. I'll see you guys in a couple months.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
No doubt. All right. Well, hang on the line with us. We want to thank infotainment.com. Got a domestic vehicle? Want to upgrade your radio? Go to infotainment.com. Polka's Hottest, POCASHOTTEST.com. Best hot sauce out there. ShannonHoltArt.com. Kush Ultra Lounge, Orlando City Smoke Shop, and Modern Music Movement. Artarmy.org. Yeah.
The revolution has begun.
Yes, the revolution has begun. I am JB Webb at Radio JB Webb on Twitter. That's the Reverend over there.
What?
We thank you for your love and support over these 8 years. Season Ocho. Gonna go ahead and finger bang this track all up in you. See you.
See how cool she can wear the divide between a
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.